Hello everyone, TJV here, and today I'm not gonna really be talking that much. I'm mainly gonna be reacting to a video from Kluster. He's another commentary channel that's been covering some Vanoss crew drama as of late. He has a video called H2O Delirious, Innocent or Guilty. It has about 20,000 views, and I'm kind of curious. I kind of want to sit back and be a viewer and watch this, but also offer any criticisms if I have any, or give any praise if I have any for this video. Apparently this is about Delirious and what's been happening recently in the court case, and it came out 3 weeks ago, and I did want to react to it 3 weeks ago when I found it, but it was Christmas, trips, holidays, family, a bunch of stuff was going on, so I'm happy to be getting around to it now. So I'm going to be reacting to this video from Kluster. If you guys want to go see it yourself, I will have a link down in the description of the original video, so you can go watch the original video and go leave a comment and give your own opinion of what you think of Kluster's video or any information that's in the video. But yeah, going to be reacting to it today. Let's see what I think of it, and is there anything new, shocking? I have no idea. It might just be an informative piece on stuff I've already covered, and let's see if it's well put together. It's probably more well put together than my own videos. Good disclaimer. Listen to that, guys.
Hey guys, it's Kluster, and in today's video I'm going to be going over the court case between Ohmwrecker and Delirious. I've decided to make this video now because as of recently, there has been some new information regarding the accusations on Delirious. Throughout this video I will go over the timeline of the court case, as well as explain my opinion on certain factors. Now remember, my opinion is not fact, it is what I believe. Make up your own opinions on this subject. On May 24th, 2022, Ohmwrecker filed a lawsuit against Delirious for the actions of defamation, emotional distress, and interference with economic advantage, aka money loss. Basically suing Delirious for when he made multiple Twitter accounts spreading false allegations about him and much more. And because Ohm and Delirious are in different states in the US, Ohm being in Illinois and Delirious being in North Carolina, Ohm had to sue Delirious for at least $75,000. Delirious had also filed a lawsuit against Ohm for the following actions of defamation, emotional distress, tortious interference, false light, and injunctive relief. Basically suing Ohm for accusing him of allegedly interfering sexually with minors, threatening one of the victim's babies, using alt accounts, etc. In February 2023, Delirious admitted that he had created multiple Twitter accounts to spread false allegations about Ohm. However, Delirious' lawyers explained how these Twitter accounts had no followers, so the false information that Delirious put out against Ohm did not spread to millions of people. Another major thing that had been admitted was Delirious being Susan Storm. Now if you're wondering who Susan Storm is, it was an account that had been emailing YouTubers such as TJV, falsely explaining how Ohm had revenge porn on his ex-girlfriend and tried to convince YouTubers to make videos on the situation to damage Ohmwrecker's reputation.
So yeah, the Susan Storm email account. So I got this a long time ago. I remember when I got it, it was a little weird, and a few other commentary channels I was talking to at the time told me they also got it because they were making videos about the Ohmwrecker and the Vanoss crew situation. And it was pretty much just a email that was trying to get people to look at Ohmwrecker in a bad light and potentially make a video, and I think one commentary channel bid on it. It was a much smaller and new commentary channel who made a video about it, which I think their video's taken down if I'm not mistaken. I don't even know if they still have a video up, but I remember criticizing it, saying, hey, a lot of the stuff in this email, you kind of have to do more digging because it's really spun to try to make Ohmwrecker seem like terrible. And we found out that Delirious admitted to being this Susan Storm account, and I can see why people are not so fond of Delirious anymore because of the Susan Storm account, which he admitted to being, because this email account seems very obsessive. It seems like he was obsessed on trying to spread a bad word about Ohmwrecker rather than just focusing on his family like he claimed he was doing from the beginning of the drama. And again, this is kind of why Delirious is in hot water, at least for the alt account allegations, which he's admitted to being most of the accounts that Ohmwrecker has accused him of being. So if anyone is checking off a scoreboard right now, Ohmwrecker gets the dub in terms of the alt accounts, because Ohmwrecker never made any alt accounts. He's never done anything of the sort as far as we know. I mean, there's no evidence out there. Ohmwrecker's never admitted to anything. But Delirious, on the other hand, there is evidence and there is admissions by, you know, Delirious and Liz and the stuff in the court documents. He was these alt accounts that were doing some very terrible things, such as the Susan Storm email account.
Now this is a complete scumbag move from from Delirious. And before you comment, well, Ohm spread false allegations on Delirious, so why can't Delirious do the same? Well, in my opinion, if you are falsely accused of horrible things such as pedophilia, and then you go on to make false allegations about the person who falsely accused you, you are no better than the accuser. If Delirious never created alt accounts to spread false information about Ohm, he possibly could have never gotten a lawsuit from Ohm. Although Delirious' lawyers explained what Delirious did wasn't as bad, as the accounts Delirious had created had 0 followers and no traction, it is still defamation. Moving on, in July 2023, a new judge was appointed to look over the case. That judge being Jeremy C. Daniel, the judge of the United States District Court for the Northern District of Illinois. In October 2023, Delirious and his lawyers ended up dropping their lawsuit against Ohm. The first reason being for economic strategic reasons, basically meaning Delirious doesn't have the funding for his lawsuit anymore. The second reason was how the questions Ohm's lawyers were asking him invaded his privacy and could potentially destroy his reputation and business. Now here's the thing that confuses me. Delirious states that one of the reasons he dropped his lawsuit on Ohm was that he no longer had the funding. However, in my opinion, I believe Delirious has way more money than Ohm. I'm not saying Delirious' reason is a lie, because sure, this could be the case. Maybe Delirious made some bad investments in the past, but it is hard for me to believe since Delirious generates way more views and revenue on his channel than Ohm, as well as having over 10 million subscribers. And listen, there could be many other reasons why he's dropping his lawsuit. However, by dropping your lawsuit on Ohm, it means Ohm did not defame you, which again, in my opinion, makes this look pretty suspicious. Anyway, on the 12th of December, court documents were released to the public, explaining how Ohm's lawyers were questioning Delirious on his involvement in creating alt accounts, especially the Ray Harpy account Delirious allegedly used to threaten the victim's baby, as well as questioning him about being in alleged relationships with minors. However, Delirious refused to answer due to relevance.
Delirious admitted to all of these, I think, if I'm not mistaken. He admitted to 1 through 4, but he did not want to admit or deny this account. So that's another one, guys. Keep that in mind. Admit that you created or at some point controlled the Twitter account Harpy Ray, which is the Ray Harpy account, which is the account that threatened the child, that sent the emoji. Delirious refuses to admit or deny it. If Delirious is not this account, he should have just denied it. Why not answer this question? Yeah, so this part is a bit interesting as well. The most recent update with the whole Ohmwrecker and Delirious case is that the judge actually did force Delirious to answer most of these questions that were kind of up in the air, because Delirious and his attorneys were arguing relevance and a bunch of other points on why he's not going to answer these 5 or 6 questions. And the judge is making him answer most of those. Some of them he said, no, you don't have to answer these or whatever, but most of them he does have to answer. So we're just gonna have to wait and see if we ever get some answers, if he is these accounts, or if he did use these accounts or controlled them, or at some point operated them. And another thing is, since there was a new judge appointed to their case, which again, I don't know why the judges switched. Maybe there was a reason for it a while ago. Maybe it was caseload too. I don't know. But the new judge coming in, he's not really leaning Delirious or Ohmwrecker's way. It just so happens that Ohmwrecker and his attorneys kind of have been doing better in this situation than Delirious's attorneys. Which again, I've never looked into either attorney for Ohmwrecker or Delirious before, so I wonder, is Delirious's attorneys the right attorneys for the job if they're not doing so well in this case? Like, did he get like the wrong set of attorneys? I know there's different types of attorneys you can have, but I hope his attorneys are the right attorneys for this case, because right now Ohmwrecker's attorneys have been doing a lot better in this case than Delirious's attorneys have been doing.
Now here's another thing that confuses me. Delirious admitted that the alt accounts were created by him. However, as shown by TJV here, he refused to answer if he created the Ray Harpy account that threatened the alleged victim's baby, as well as refused to answer if he had received an email from one of his alleged victims demanding an apology from him. Again, in my opinion, if Delirious is not guilty of these allegations, why doesn't he simply deny them? He admitted to creating alt accounts, however when it came to the serious subjects, he didn't deny them, he refused to answer due to relevance. Now I am aware that refusing to answer questions doesn't entirely mean you are guilty, however in my opinion it makes you look very suspicious.
That is
another thing that was found in the documents was a statement from an alleged victim of Delirious, showing her ID and explaining her past relationship with Delirious. Not only this, but she had also explained how she reported Delirious to the FBI and Irish Garda unit. In my previous video on Delirious, which I made months ago, people were commenting how the alleged victim's claims are meaningless since they didn't report Delirious to the police but went on to tell Ohmwrecker instead. Well, in these court documents, they did end up going to the police. Now, I know there's going to be people commenting on this video how the alleged victims could be lying for clout, but in my opinion, would someone who is lying for clout go as far as to report it to the FBI and fake an ID? These victims are under oath, meaning they cannot lie, and I'm aware people can lie under oath, but I think that's a very low possibility in this instance. Now, if you're a subscriber of this...
But yeah, this information is getting a lot more interesting, because the alt account allegations we kind of know are true. Like, Ohmwrecker, you know, and his alt account accusations against Delirious, those are true, because Delirious has admitted to most of the accounts, and we still don't know all the accounts, but we know most of them are Delirious, and we know Delirious was using them for bad reasons, like harassing and trying to defame Ohm and put out negative things about him, and even to go as far as contact commentary channels and other users online. But with the grooming and the pedophilia accusations, we haven't really had a lot of progress on that front, but the alleged victim and her sworn statements are the next best front that we have to figuring out if these are true or not true, and at least to get a little bit more information. And I made a whole video talking about this and her sworn statements and everything. At the end of the day, it's going to be up to a jury to decide if it ends up going to trial or something like that, or up to the judge on whether or not her sworn statements are good enough with any evidence that Ohmwrecker and his attorneys have collected. In the most recent filing for this court case between Ohmwrecker and Delirious, fact discovery pretty much ends in April, like at the end of April, so they have up until that point to go out and collect any information, facts, evidence, whatever they need for the case. So it looks like this year, discovery will end, hopefully at some point, and then we can move on to the next steps on if this goes to trial. Are we going to be able to view anything publicly? Is it going to be like a publicly live stream trial like the Johnny Depp and Amber Heard thing? Is it something that you have to go up here in person to be able to view? Are there going to be more documents beyond that? Again, this is all research that I'm going to have to do so I can be able to provide more information and let you guys know what's going on in this court case. But let's finish up Kluster's video. I don't mean to take too much time talking.
Channel and have wondered where my video on Ohmwrecker is gone. Well, I took it down, and there are several factors. The first reason being one of the controversies in the video I got completely wrong.
I'm gonna pause this real quick. So he said that he took down a video that he made about Ohmwrecker, and I have a lot of videos that maybe are a little dated or whatever, but I refuse to want to take down any videos if I can. Like, I don't want to remove any of my videos, even if they are dated information videos, because that was still a log of what people were thinking at the time, how information was being processed, what we found at the time, what was video worthy at the time to make a video of. So I don't want to have to take down any of my videos if I don't have to. I'd rather make a new update video and link it on that video if I can. That's what I would prefer to do than take down old videos.
The Terrorizer controversy, so I apologize to the audience and Ohmwrecker. Another reason is because as of recently, I have changed my opinion on the cartoons controversy. I take back and do not agree with my previous opinion on that drama. The third reason being, if these allegations on Delirious are true, which I'm not stating they are, however, in my opinion, due to recent events, he's looking more and more guilty by the day. So if Delirious is guilty, and the Delirious section of my video would have also been false. So overall, it was a shit video. I've also changed the thumbnail and title on my other videos on Ohmwrecker to outdated. I'm not taking them down because to me, they serve as a nostalgic snapshot, showcasing the progress and development of my channel over time, but I will possibly take them down in the future. Unless Delirious and his lawyers prove his innocence, I cannot have these videos up since my opinion would be wrong and the information would be misleading. Again, not saying...
Again, I disagree. I don't think his opinion would be wrong just because new information came out and the story changed. If his opinion was whatever in the year 2022 or 2023, you can keep those videos up. I don't see any reason to take down those videos. Those were just the opinions at that given date. Like, I didn't believe Delirious was making alt accounts at the time, but I might look like a fool now for saying that in the past, but that was everybody's opinion in the past. Everyone thought Delirious wouldn't be making alt accounts, and now it's kind of confirmed. Not kinda, it is absolutely confirmed. Delirious, Liz, the court documents, we have absolute, like, proof that he was these accounts. So yeah, I don't agree with taking down old videos at all. Again, it's, you know, nostalgia purposes for your channel. It is a good, like, time capsule of what people were thinking and what the opinions were back then. And it does show progression. It shows, okay, we were covering this at the time with this information. Now, 10 months, 2 years, 5 years down the road, there might be new information that shows, okay, we didn't have the whole picture, but the pieces were there back then, may be. And I think it's important to keep old videos up. And that's, again, why I keep all my old videos, if I can, up. There's some situations where a video gets copyrighted and I have to take down a video, but all my old videos are still up, even if some of them are still dated. Again, you just gotta kind of view them as they're old videos. That's what people were thinking at the time. That's what was going on at the time. And you gotta move forward and make new updated videos. And again, it's good for your channel to make new updated videos, new information, new stuff for people to come look at.
Delirious is guilty, however, personally, it is looking like it with time. But again, make up your own opinions. Remember, the court case between the two YouTubers is still ongoing, so there is more information yet to come out in the future. Anyway, I've been Kluster, and as always, I'll see you in a bit.
Honestly, great video by Kluster. I think he has a great way, telling whatever story he really wants to tell throughout a video. It is more of an art piece video than what I typically do. I have my face cam on, I have some things that pop up on the screen, but not a lot. And I think his videos take a lot more time, a lot more effort, and a lot more creativity really on his end from his videos than my own. I think he's going to be a great commentary channel if he keeps covering stuff like this. I would love to have other commentary channels cover this information. I always love it when me and Sen are talking about the same thing, because me and Sen are always having conversations and talking, and we're hopping over in each other's live streams and stuff like that, and that's honestly a lot of fun. And so if Kluster wants to keep making videos, I hope Kluster comes over to the channel and speaks on my channel at some given point. Maybe I can go over to his channel if he ever does live streams or something like that. And I encourage more people who, maybe want to start talking about the situation, boot up a YouTube video and, record something, upload it, and give your own opinion on this sort of thing. I'd love to react to it. I'd love to hear more reactions to what's going on, more analysis, more breakdowns, what you guys think about all of this. I do try to read your comments as much as I possibly can, but watching a video in the background or listening to it or just giving my full focus to a video and watching it makes me understand what you're trying to say and what you're trying to do in terms of this drama and this information that we're all talking about and discussing and debating and breaking down XYZ. It gives me a better understanding, and it's a lot more entertaining to watch a video than read a bunch of comments. But regardless, I still do want to read your comments. Let me know what you guys think of Kluster's video. Let me know what you think of H2O Delirious. Do you think he is innocent or guilty? Remember, innocent before proven guilty, so keep that in mind. Also, listen to Kluster's disclaimer to not harass or attack anybody or any of this at all. But anyways, guys, that's my video for today. Let me know what you guys think down below. Make sure to go check out Kluster's video if you want to check out his own video and leave your own opinion. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys all next time. Peace.